On a warm afternoon, a young girl named Aisha was walking along a dusty road on the edge of a small town. The sun was bright and the road was almost empty. Aisha had just finished her college classes and was heading home slowly. She lived a simple life with her parents, and money had always been a problem for their family. As she walked, something unusual caught her eye near the side of the road. It was a black leather bag. The bag looked expensive and heavy. At first, Aisha thought someone must have dropped it accidentally. She looked around carefully, but there was no one nearby. Cars passed occasionally, but nobody seemed to notice the bag. Curious, Aisha slowly walked toward it. Her heart started beating faster. What if there is something valuable inside, she thought. She picked up the bag. It felt very heavy in her hands. For a moment, she hesitated. Then she slowly opened the zipper. Her eyes widened in shock. Inside the bag were bundles of cash. Large stacks of currency were packed tightly together. Aisha had never seen so much money in her life. She quickly counted some of the bundles and realized the total amount was almost 1 crore rupees. Her hands started shaking. "This can't be real," she whispered to herself. For a few seconds, she stood frozen on the road. A storm of thoughts filled her mind. Her family needed money badly. Her father had been sick for months and medical bills were piling up. Her younger brother wanted to go to university, but they couldn't afford the fees. Their small house needed repairs, too. This money could change everything, she thought. She imagined paying her father's hospital bills, sending her brother to university, and giving her parents a comfortable life. But then another thought came to her mind. What if someone is desperately searching for this bag? Maybe the money belonged to someone who had worked hard for it. Maybe someone had lost it by mistake and was now worried and scared. Aisha looked around again. The road was still quiet. She had 2 choices. She could take the money and change her life forever, or she could try to find the real owner. For a long moment, she stood there thinking. Finally, she closed the bag and held it tightly. "I have to do the right thing," she said quietly. Instead of going home, Aisha decided to go to the nearest police station. The station was about 15 minutes away. As she walked, she felt nervous. Carrying such a large amount of money made her uncomfortable. When she reached the station, an officer at the desk looked at her curiously. "Yes, how can I help you?" he asked. Aisha placed the bag on the table. "I found this on the road," she said softly. The officer opened the bag. His eyes widened in surprise. "Where did you get this?" he asked. "I found it near the highway," Aisha explained. "I think someone must have lost it." The officers quickly counted the money. It was indeed 1 crore rupees. They asked Aisha many questions and wrote down her statement. They also praised her honesty. Not many people would return such a huge amount of money. Later that evening, something unexpected happened. A wealthy businessman arrived at the police station in great distress. He had lost a bag containing 1 crore rupees earlier that day. The money was meant for an urgent business deal. When he saw the bag on the table, relief filled his face. "Yes, that's my bag," he said. The officers asked him to confirm the details, and everything matched. Then they introduced him to Aisha. "This young girl found your bag and brought it here," the officer explained. The businessman looked at Aisha with amazement. "You returned all this money?" he asked. Aisha nodded politely. "Yes, sir, it was not mine." The businessman was deeply impressed. "In today's world, honesty like this is very rare," he said. He decided to reward her. At first, Aisha refused politely, but the businessman insisted. Finally, he gave her a generous reward and also offered to help pay for her brother's university education. Aisha felt overwhelmed with gratitude. That evening, when she returned home, she told her parents everything. Her father smiled proudly. "You chose honesty over greed," he said. "That is worth more than any money." Aisha realized something important that day. Sometimes life tests people with difficult choices. Taking the money might have helped her family for a short time, but doing the right thing brought respect, peace, and unexpected blessings. From that day on, the story of the honest girl who returned 1 crore rupees spread throughout the town. People admired her integrity, and Aisha understood a powerful truth.